Good morning and welcome to Happy and Free Yoga with Maureen. I am so happy to have you joining me this morning. I am going to address the question, how do you do yoga in nature using these videos? So you've been noticing that I've been spending a lot of time outdoors recently. Since we have this COVID scenario and can't practice in gyms, it's lovely to practice outside in nature. And I think that partially that is the case because as human beings, we're very connected to nature, and somehow our spirit feels that when we get outside and notice the trees and the sky and the earth, and we really start to feel more at home. So if you're interested in doing that, you can do it with these videos. And what I suggest is you get some kind of wireless earpiece that you're using because you're going to be moving around, and being wired to your phone or otherwise would not work. So put the wireless earpieces in and then turn the video on your phone or on your iPad or whatever device you have and set it somewhere nearby. You're not going to be watching the video that much. You're mostly listening in to what's being said. And then you want to delve into the beautiful nature around you. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to set my phone and earpieces aside, and we'll begin our practice. So if you haven't found your way out to nature yet, pause the video, get yourself set up, and then resume. So when you're practicing in nature like I am today, I think one of the best things to do is really try and come to the present moment. So wherever you are, just first use your sight to just look around and notice what's here. And one of the questions I like to ask myself is, do I feel safe? Because if you're practicing where somebody's watching you or where there's a lot of noise, where you might feel interrupted, the nervous system just can't unwind quite the same. So go ahead and look around and just notice the environment that you're in. And if you need to move or reposition, doing so. And then noticing the lighting. Is the light rather filtered rather than direct sunlight, so that you have good lighting, or maybe the canopy of trees, something that can really help you again feel very at home in nature. And then a nice sturdy surface to have your mat on that's relatively level, so you're not tipping up or downhill too much. And then releasing the eyes and letting them close gently, and begin to feel the weight of the body landing here on the earth. Take a big breath in and a long exhale. And we'll move to the sense of sound. Just listening around you. Maybe hearing a light breeze in the leaves, or the sounds of things nearby. Letting these sounds come to you, mingling with the sound of my voice, and then moving to the sense of touch, or the felt sense on the skin, feeling perhaps the warmth of the sun, or a light movement of the air. Noticing your place in nature, knowing you belong right here, right now, in this moment of your life. Another full breath in, and a long exhale. And repeating that 2 or 3 times. Letting yourself settle right here in this moment. And the sounds of birds, perhaps, or an airline flying overhead. Being part of this world, this experience, you as a human. Delving into self-care. I love to serve, but I know I can't pour from an empty cup. So pausing to take care of this body that I live in, to take care of this nervous system, this spirit, to care for it with tenderness. Another full breath in and release. Noticing the breath over the heart and taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. What would you like to bring a little more into your life? A little more peace or joy, gratitude or happiness? Choosing the word that suits you this morning and letting that settle on your heart. And then gently dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder and nodding the head just a little bit. Perhaps reaching away with the left arm just a bit. And then inhaling, reaching tall through the crown. And then let the ear drift over to the other shoulder, taking that same move on this side. Inhale, reach the crown up, and exhale. Chin comes to the chest, and just stretch out the back of the neck a little, rolling a smile on the chest with the chin. Inhale as you roll the shoulders forward, up towards the ears, crown comes up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down the back, and lift through the heart. Another shoulder roll. And then draw the shoulder blades together a little bit by drawing the elbows back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. We'll do that about 5 times. Inhale forward, exhale, squeeze them together. On the inhale, fill the back body. Exhale, squeeze the blades together. Inhale, fill. Exhale, squeeze. One more time. Exhale. Reach the arms out in a T and feel that length from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale and drop the right hand to the mat and sweep over in a side bend, pressing that left hip towards the earth as you side bend. So you really get a nice long line of energy in that side body. Take a big breath in here and let it go. Inhale through the center and come over to the other side. Press that right hip down, big breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale through the center. Exhale, drop that right hand to the mat and side bend. Inhale, this time roll the gaze towards the sky. And if you're fortunate enough to be in nature, just notice what you're seeing in the sky. I've got a nice blue sky with some nice little pin oak leaves over me and some filtered light through them. And some pine needles. Just enjoying that view for a moment. And exhale, bring the gaze back towards the mat. Inhale, sweeping through the center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, roll the heart open. Pause to notice what you're looking at. And exhale, roll the heart towards the earth. Inhale back to the center and sweep both arms up to the sky. Exhale and a twist off to the right. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And then pausing in the middle and just noticing how your body is feeling. And then let's come on over to our hands and knees. So planting the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. Take a little cat-cow here. Inhaling into Vidyalasana, tucking the toes, the tailbone rises, and looking forward. Exhale, Marjariasana, arch the back, untuck the toes, reach up through the spine, in the angry cat pose. And follow your breath. Inhale and exhale. 2 or 3 times here. And sometimes I like to just focus on just the pelvic rock to lubricate the low spine. So just doing the pelvic tilt only for a few breaths. And then walk our hands forward and come down onto the mat. Take a little bit of activation of our back. So reaching long through the left hand, placing the right hand underneath the shoulder, pressing the top of the left foot into the mat, and reach through that left hand and the right foot. Feel the back get strong, like you're a Superman, almost flying. And then switch. Bring that left hand under the shoulder and reach through the right hand, the left foot. Press into the mat and reach. Feel the back get strong and the crown reach forward as well. And switch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Press into the top of the mat, the foot with the mat. Press into the mat with the top of the left foot. And switch. And switch. And switch. One more time each side. And both hands coming forward into Sphinx. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulder points, the palms down on the mat in front of you, and draw those forearms back a little. Let the heart come through the biceps, keeping the low back tight to the earth. You can zip the legs together if you'd like to. Breathing here, helping gain that curve in the thoracic spine, shoulders back and down. Bring the palms together and press the forearms into the mat. We're going to tuck our toes and just wiggle enough to lift the hips up. And then once the toes are tucked, floating the knees if you'd like into dolphin plank, or staying with the knees down, whatever works for you. Keep the gaze just a bit beyond the mat and breathing in dolphin plank. With the next exhale, push the hips to the sky. Dolphin. Float it forward to plank. 3 breaths. Bring the knees down and slide the heart forward back into Sphinx. Breathing lifted in the heart. Coming back to dolphin plank. Lift the hips first, then tuck the toes, float the knees last. 3 breaths. Lift the hips. Back to plank. Bring the knees down, and this time plant the hands where the elbows were. Coming back into table, tucking the toes, and walk the hands back into your squat. Stretching out the soles of the feet a little and lifting through the heart. Inhale and reach up with that right hand in a dancing camel or half camel. So squeeze through the glutes, opening up the hip flexors, and take the gaze over to the left heel. And then switching. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Getting a bit of a twist and a lift. Take that one more time on each side. Inhale up. And switch. Then coming with your hands down on the mat and just press into the mat a little bit to stretch the soles of the feet. Your knees may lift a little. Walk yourself up into a squat. Feel the balance in your body. Try and feel that line of energy going right up through the crown. And you might bring your hands to prayer and push into the balls of the feet as you lift, trying to keep those heels lifted all the way up. And then bring the heels down and release. All right, coming to the top of your mat, we'll begin in our flow practice. Finding your mountain and letting the weight of your body rest through the heels, stacking your joints and feeling that tallness in the spine. Settling your structure for a bit. Bringing your attention to the breath and narrowing the throat a little on the exhales, bringing that ujjayi sound to the breath, that victorious breath. Almost like the sound of the ocean. Then really draw yourself into your center and sweep the arms up in a tall mountain. Keeping a very strong core. We'll exhale and side bend to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Following that again. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Lift. And side bend. One more time each way. Stay strong in the core so the spine is supported. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Let the arms release. And exhale. Float down with a strong back, coming into that forward fold. Once you're into the fold, you definitely can soften the knees a little, maybe pedal out the back of the legs. You can also rest your hands on the block if your hands are not touching the earth. And just settle out the back of the legs a little, and then take notice of the neck. Nice nod yes to the neck, releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders. And then turning the head a bit side to side. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Press on the shins, lengthen and strengthen the back, draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the navel in. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you step back on the right and bring that knee down to the mat. Let the hips come towards that forward knee. We're going to get a little good stretch or warm up on our first flow. So let those hips sink a little and then add the arms up if you'd like to, or bring them to cactus today. Inhale, lift a little, and exhale. Bring the hands together. Press the palms together as you sink the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, sink, and press the palms. One more time. Cactus cross arms. Exhale. Namaste. Bring the hands to the mat and walk that left hip really far back. We're going to lengthen out the front leg and then lengthen your spine and gently fold over. And if you aren't reaching the mat, definitely use a block to help support your weight so you keep that long spine and the long forward leg. Keep drawing the left hip back. Lengthening the spine right through the crown. And then walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes, coming to a runner's lunge. Keep your right hand down and take the twist, lifting the left hand to the sky. And if you're practicing in nature, this is another time to really let your gaze drift off into the distance. Notice where you are, what's in your moment. Bring the left hand down and step the left foot back to meet the right. Coming to your plank and taking or skipping your flow here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra or up dog, and exhale, coming to down dog. And I like to sway the hips a little on down dog, stretching out the side body. Drop the heart towards the thighs a bit. And then sweep that right foot up in the sky. And exhale, bring it forward between the hands. And I like to take the pigeon here, the active pigeon now this morning. Plant that right hand down. Walk that right foot over to the left corner of the mat and start to lower your knee towards the earth. Getting that good stretch, that hurdler's stretch in the outside of the right hip. 2 or 3 breaths here. Then heel toe that right foot back into the lunge position, and on the exhale, stepping to forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release. We'll take these moves on the other side now. Coming back to the top of your mat and repositioning yourself in mountain if you've moved just a bit. And then we'll take these moves on the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flat back, nice and full, and fold at the hinge at the hips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back on the left, dropping the left knee to the mat. Now the hips are going to come down towards that right heel. Stretching out that psoas on the left. Let's bring the arms into cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, namaste. Bring the hands to the mat and then walk that right leg back. We're on a nice long stretch in that leg. Drill the heel into the mat so you get that big stretch in the hamstring. Lengthen out the spine and fold with the flattest back as you can right over that forward leg. And it's definitely okay to use the block here if that helps you get a better stretch. I'm going to place my block here on the left in anticipation of our next move. Walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes. Left hand stays down. Take that right hand to the sky and dragonfly twist. Another moment to take your gaze off into the distance and notice what you notice. Bring the right hand down and step the right foot back for your plank. Drop the knees. Then draw the elbows in as the chest comes down. Inhale, rise into cobra. Exhale, push the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bring the left leg forward between the hands. And this time we're going to walk that left foot over to the right corner of the mat for our active pigeon on this side. Dropping the left knee towards the mat as you stretch out that left hip. Breathing with it. Move my heel up just a little, helps get a little better stretch. So bring your attention into the stretch, always backing away from pain, but really sense the stretch. Wiggle just a little bit with it. See where you get the most out of it. Breathing. And then heel toe back into the lunge position. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release, empty coat sleeves. Take a moment to take in your surroundings. Okay, finding your way back to the top of your mat, we'll do a Surya Namaskara B series. Sun Salutation B. Landing in mountain. And then sweep into chair. But let's take some cactus arms with chair. Let your heels land in the mat and push a little bit away from each other. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, open. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, open. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, open. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and step back for your plank. Coming down in your flow here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left heel. And sweep it forward between the hands. Coming to your runner's lunge, 2 lanes of traffic. Keeping the right hand down, sweep the left hand to the sky in that twist. Bring the left hand down and bring the right knee down. Bring both hands up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Sweep the right elbow over the left knee. Keep that back toe tucked and lift into a crescent lunge with a prayer twist. Sweep the hands up, crescent lunge. Drop the back heel, warrior 1. 2 or 3 breaths. Bring the hands down to the hips and straighten that forward knee. Then reach tall through that right arm. And we're going to hinge at that forward hip. Exhale and fold. This intensifies the stretch in the back of the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale up. And this time as you fold, bring that right hand down to the mat. Option to use a block. We're going to use a revolved triangle. So rotate the heart to the left and the left hand to the sky. Then bring the left hand down to the block. I like to use a block here. We're going to come to pyramid. Lift the back heel, drop the heel to 6 o'clock, draw the left hip back, flatten the back, exhale, folding over that forward leg. We're getting a lot of hamstring stretch today. Inhale, come to runner's lunge. Exhale, back to that pyramid pose. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Now we're going to take and bend the left knee, bring it right over the heel. Bring the back toes to 3 o'clock. The elbow lands on the knee, the heart rotates to the right. Extended side angle. 2 or 3 breaths here. Being very present in your moment, in your practice. Drop the right arm over the ear. Sweep back to warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Keep lifting the back kneecap up the thigh. Floating back to warrior 2. 2 breaths. Reverse warrior. The left hand reaches for the right behind the sacrum. Broaden across the collarbones as you prepare for humble warrior. Draw the navel into the spine, a strong core. Bring the pelvic bone and the tailbone towards each other with each exhale. And with the next exhale, fold to the inside of the left thigh. Release the hands to the mat and rotate yourself to the long edge of the mat and come to a full straddle. That's about 1 leg's length between the heels and the toes turned in just a little bit. Walk your hands through the legs for a bit of an inversion. And walk your hands forward a bit. Go wide leg down dog. Bring the hands underneath the gaze and heel toe the feet together to a 3/4 stride. Drop the heels and the hips. Bring the arms up into cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, open. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, open. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, press through the hands as you push the heels, coming up to standing. Heel toe out to a full stride again. And drop the left shoulder back. And then the right shoulder back. And then pressing on the tops of the hips. Lengthen out through the spine. And slowly fold towards the mat. Bring the right hand right underneath the gaze and lift the left arm up to the sky. And then switching, the left hand comes down and the right hand goes to the sky. Exhale it down. Walk both hands to the top of your mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And taking or skipping your flow, we'll all meet in down dog. Taking these moves on the other side, inhale, raise the right heel. Exhale, bring that foot between the hands. Leaving the left hand down, take your runner's lunge twist. Exhale, bring the right hand down and the left knee down. Raise both hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the left elbow over the right knee. Tuck the back toes and lift into your crescent lunge prayer twist. Raise the arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Push the feet away from each other. Then drop that back heel, warrior one. Bring the hands to the hips and straighten through that forward knee. Reach up long through the left arm. Exhale, hinge at the hip, getting a nice stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, and bring the left hand down to the mat. Revolve the right hand up to the sky and revolve triangle. Bring the right hand down, take the block on the inside of the right foot. Back heel comes now to 6 o'clock. Taking pyramid here, flatten out the back, draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, draw the hips back. And a little fold with the exhale. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Bring the right knee directly over the right ankle. And come to our extended side angle. The elbow can land on the knee. Back toes now to about 9 o'clock. And rotate that left arm up, extended side angle. Let the arm drift over the ear if that feels okay. Sweep back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Draw the back kneecap up the thigh. Warrior two. Let those shoulders drift away from the ears. Reaching out for infinity and softening the gaze. Keep the right knee right over the ankle though. Reverse warrior. The right hand joins the left. Preparation for humble warrior. Engaging that core, drawing that navel to the spine. With the exhale, fold to the inside of the right leg. And bring the hands down to the mat, turning towards the long edge of your mat. Heel toe out to a full straddle. And bring the right hand to the sacrum. And sweep like a big soup stirrer with the left shoulder, just loosening out that shoulder socket. And then sweep the arms the other direction. Releasing that shoulder. And then bringing the left hand to the sacrum and doing the same moves with the right hand, big soup stirring. Switching directions. And then walk both hands over to the left ankle. Taking the right hand on the outside of the thigh, calf or ankle. And drawing the heart towards the knee. And then walk the hands in a rainbow over towards the right ankle. Left hand on the outside of that right leg. Exhale, draw the heart towards the knee. A little tiny bend in the knee really helps keep the knees comfortable. Bring the hands underneath the gaze again and heel toe together to that 3/4 stride. Drop the hips and come on up into our goddess squat. Bring the right hand to the left knee and sweep the left arm back. And then switch. Return to the goddess squat. Lower the hips a bit. And exhale, pushing up. Heel toe back out to your full straddle. Squeeze the glutes a little. Open up through the front of the hips. Press on the tops of the thighs. Let the heart reach forward. Slide the hands down the outside of the thighs all the way as far as they can reach. Let that tailbone really lift so you draw the heart towards the earth. Keeping just a little bend in the knees is great. And breathe with your stretch. Always keeping the joints comfortable, but allowing a good stretch in the muscles, not to the point of pain, but just a nice sensation of stretching. Using the breath to help you keep feeling safe in the stretch. Bring the hands back underneath the gaze and walk them to the top of your mat. And step your right foot back to meet your left. Taking or skipping your last flow here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 to 3 breaths here in down dog. On the inhale, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, stepping forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and drop the hips and come on up into your chair. Bring the elbows behind you as you draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, soften. Exhale, draw them back together. Inhale, soften. Exhale, together. Inhale, soften. Exhale, together. Bring the hands to namaste. Tuck the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Drop the right hand down, the left hand to the sky. And then switch. Both hands to prayer, drop the hips, and splash out. And you're free. Empty coat sleeves, releasing. Then we're going to come down onto our mat for our core practice. So bringing a block along if you have one. And finding that soft spot to sit on, lifted through the heart. Option to float the heels or to keep them down on the mat. That's up to you, okay? So check in with your back, what's going to work for you. Holding the block is just something to guide your movements. We're going to do a little twisting here. Inhale through the center, exhale into the twist. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist, and follow your breath. Go ahead and switch the footing if you can. 2 more. Bring the heels down, reach up tall through the hands, and reach out for the big toes or the ankles, whatever's right for you. Lengthen through the back of the legs and keep a nice strong back. So you slowly bring the heart towards the thighs. And then we'll go ahead and let ourselves come down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the hips just a little bit. Shins into tabletop. Keep the low back pressed towards the earth as the toes reach out at 45. Sweep them left and right like a big smile and breathing. Nice and slow here. Engaging the obliques. Once more, each direction. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Begin to draw some circles on your back. Plant the heels behind your hips. We're going to come into a bit of a bridge now. Exhale, press the navel down. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, press the navel down and roll up through that spine. Squeeze the glutes and lift, drawing those knees towards each other. 2 or 3 breaths. Gently unwind the spine, bringing every vertebrae down to the earth. So the tailbone comes towards the heels. Cleansing breath. And then moving into another bridge. Roll yourself up. Breathing. And exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the spine down to the earth. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Let the hands land on the shins and the knees fall apart. Rocking side to side and catching yourself with your elbows. Then bringing the right ankle across the left knee. Draw the hands behind the left thigh. The right elbow goes into the right thigh. And the right toes are flexed back for eye of the needle. Draw the left knee towards the chest, intensifying that stretch on the outer right hip. And then gently switching. Bringing the left ankle across the right knee. Hands around the back of the right thigh. Left elbow into the left thigh. Toes on the left, flexed back. Draw the right knee towards the chest. And breathing. And gently releasing that practice. And then bringing yourself over onto your right side. Both knees facing to the right and the hands out in a book. Reach the hands forward and fill up the back body. And then open the hands like a book. Let the shoulders unfold onto the earth. Take the gaze with the right hand. Two or three breaths here. And then gently work yourself over onto your right side. Take this move on the other side, reaching the hands forward, really. And allowing the gaze to come with the left hand this time. Shoulders towards the earth, reaching out in a T. And gently bringing that arm back and rolling yourself with your back down towards the earth. As you begin to unfold yourself for our final resting posture, Savasana. Unfolding yourself on the mat, letting the arms and legs come a little away from the side of the body. Take a moment to notice the space that you're in and feel the earth support you. A touch of the air on your skin. And the warmth of the sun. Softening across your brow, around your eyes. Using the breath to let go of tension, breath by breath, as you scan through the body. Drink in a little deeper breath. Use the space around you and this beautiful air to energize you. Beginning to find a little movement or enjoying a bit more stillness. Rolling the head side to side, or taking a bit of a stretch through the body. When you're ready, bring the knees in towards the chest. And rock a little, comforting the low back. Take a moment to revisit your intention for practice. Remembering it's progress, not perfection, as you embrace your intention. And when you're ready, please meet me in a seated posture. Bringing your hands to your heart. Thank you for practicing with me today as we embrace practicing in nature. May you feel that connection with nature. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Have a beautiful week. This is Maureen signing out with Happy and Free Yoga.